Sentry mode activated. Target acquired.
Hey there, hunters, and welcome back to the Gunners Guild. Okay, so I really don't like tips videos because they're mostly filled with brain dead information that seem really obvious to me, so being the hypocrite that I am, I'm gonna do one for Gunners because I get asked the same questions all the time, and I might as well make one then, right? Anyway, let's just get started. So one of the really annoying things about Gunner is constantly having to craft ammo, and making your radial menus to craft ammo, and then swapping your radial menus around, etc, all that garbage. But in Rise, your radial menus no longer save to your item loadouts like they did in World. So instead, you now have to make a preset for each of your radial menus, and then bind it to a slot on your radial setup. This way, when you load into a quest, you can bring up your radial menu and then press the direction on a D-pad to change between all your radial presets. I do recommend always making your active preset the top radial, as that's what it's going to default to when you load it into a quest. Gunners will probably need to make radial menus for each of their ammo types so they can keep organized. Blade Masters, probably not so much. This is more of a gunner thing. Now another annoying thing is that you can't move ammo on your ammo select table and save it to your item slots like you could in World. Now your ammo position is based on the order in which it is in your item menu. This also includes your item bar items as well, in case you didn't know. But since we can't change or remove the normal 1 ammo, you always default to that on your quest start to be on normal 1. Now if you're really into gunning, you know how annoying this is, because it does mean you have to scroll through and cycle through more ammo. But a small tip here is to place your primary ammo in your item menu between your 2 supportive ammos. That way when you start your quest, you can scroll to your primary ammo, and then you just up and down from there for your support ammos. If you're using more than 3 ammos in a hunt, well, there's something wrong there, and good luck to you, sir. But at least this way you can save your items and ammo loadouts in the right position now. Now this isn't really a tip, but just a note, Gunners can no longer craft during reloads, which is quite the shame because you can craft during pretty much any other action. So try and make sure you put a habit into radial crafting during your wire bug attacks or slides, or if you get hit and get knocked over, or simply dodging an attack. Losing all your ammo messes up your position on your ammo bar, and then having to cycle back to ammo that you had kind of wastes too much time, so keep on those crafts and make sure you don't ever run out of ammo. Now in your options menu under controls, you can change your setup so that the D-pad scrolls your item bar and ammo bar, so you don't have to bind it to L and use the X and B buttons to cycle ammo. While this is easier in my eyes to cycle ammo, it does prevent you from moving and cycling ammo at the same time, which I understand will get annoying. But setting it up to L and XB also prevents you from moving your camera while you're scrolling through ammo. So unless you get rid of the radial on L as well and start changing everything around, it just gets messy and kind of bleh. So not saying you have to, but that's what I do. It makes it easier for me, just have all my items on my little D-pad there. And then for the weapon specifics, Heavy Bowgun has their new shoulder check move, which is great, but does have a lot of end lag. Remember, you can cancel this shoulder check by firing, sidestepping, or reload by firing to make it much safer to use. On Light Bowgun's side, the landmines have a much smaller hitbox than they did before, and placing mines on a monster is just fucking crazy sometimes. You can't even hit the thing at all. Like, good luck hitting those. However, if you really want, you can detonate your mines in a pinch by swapping to Shrapnel ammo. Most bowguns can use Shrapnel 1, and Shrapnel ammo does magnet towards landmines, so if you have landmines on the ground or on the monster, you can easily detonate all your landmines really quickly. And since Shrapnel always does very little damage, you're pretty much always going to get your 5 bursts out of it. That's pretty much it for me, just some quick gunner tips for you. Thank you all for watching, and good luck out there, hunters, and whatever you may be hunting.